So now we're gonna move down to TV, and okay. So this is kind of part of our topic of the week for tonight. So let's see. Netflix is become the lucky winner of the Marvel package. So they're gonna have, I guess, TV shows about Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil, and then their miniseries is gonna be, I guess, all four of them. To have like a street level team called the Defenders.
Sweet.
So that, yeah, with the team Defenders, it's more, I would say, close along the like, close to the levels of Avengers level in a way. But for this miniseries, they want to make it street level heroes.
That'll
So
be good.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, they still have like some superpowers. I know, like watching Agents of Shield, like the show itself's okay, but like there's not enough like there's no heroes in it. I mean, like you got Colston, but really there's no like no there's nothing Avengers related. Like not even a minor hero. Like
yeah.
I mean, I'm glad we're getting Luke Cage. I'm glad we're getting Daredevil. I'm glad we're getting like Jessica Jones and all them, like the Hell's Kitchen crew, essentially. In the Defender show, but I'm a little sad Shield had like no one else. Like I mean, like not even Mockingbird. She was part of Shield.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then you don't know, never know that she can pop up on the TV show too, because if it's about Shield, she should be in it.
Yeah, or even what's his name, even Hawkeye or Black Widow. They're not. Yeah. Yeah.
Any agents, any agents of Shield, that are affiliated to Shield should be on that show, really. So you should have the Hawkeye, you should have Black Widow, you should have Mockingbird, and there's others too. I think like Kitty Pryde was one.
Yeah.
Dazzler is one right
Dazzler.
now.
I guess like too bad they can't put X-Men in the Avengers yet because they're still Fox owned. But yeah, I mean like even Beast joined the Avengers on the A versus X side.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
And it's kind of funny. Oh, go ahead, Princeton.
No, you guys talking about the Shield, huh?
Yeah.
Agents of Shield, the TV show. Yeah.
Agents of Shield. Hey, y'all forgot about Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, right. The wrestler agents, Shield.
Oh.
Hotel Bravo. What's that? Kitchen. Shield. But yeah. Where was I going with that? So yeah, you're gonna see each character with their individual shows. I think maybe it was like 12 to 15 episodes per character. I think.
Okay. Wow.
Something like that. So
a lot of episodes.
Yeah, the ones I'm looking forward to most is Iron Fist and Luke Cage, and Daredevil.
Daredevil. Yeah. I'm over the Daredevil one. That's the one like my dad always got into when he was younger.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So because Iron Fist, because he does kung fu, and he's gonna.
Yeah.
If you're gonna see the whole origin of him, he's gonna kill a dragon and take its heart. So, who wouldn't want to see that? And then Luke Cage, I kind of want Michael Jai White to play Luke Cage. I'm not gonna lie. Because because he does have a character called Black Dynamite. Is kind of close to it. How badass he is, but.
He was in what's it called? He was also in Arrow recently too.
Yeah, that's right. With as Bronze Tiger, right?
Yeah, the Bronze Tiger, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So Black Dynamite. Yeah, he should be okay.
Dynamite.
So yeah. And I was trying to mention with Daredevil. I guess in terms of comics, because I guess they closed down their recent run of Daredevil. Apparently he's moving down to San Francisco. I was like,
nice.
Awesome. Yeah, that's cool. We need more.
Hometown hero.
We need more San Francisco heroes because San Francisco is like the opposite coin of New York. So
yeah, pretty much.
Why not, I mean, we had X-Men, and then they left, and then now we have Daredevil.
Technically, we also have the Teen Titans. They're based in San Francisco.
That's true too. Teen Titans is based in San Francisco. I'm waiting for a Filipino hero because come on, Daly City is just right there. So yeah.
You gotta go to Daly City to do that.
Union City.
Exactly. So yeah, man. So yeah, and then you'd have that panel of in ceremony with all the old grandpas, at the food court. Yeah. Okay. So I think it's pretty cool. Hearing that, I would want to get Netflix just because of that. If you haven't had it already. So
Glad I'm a current subscriber.
there you go. So yeah, that's something to look forward to.
Mhm.
Okay. So moving on. So in martial arts, uh, something that came out of nowhere, I think personally. There is a YouTube channel called Bat in the Sun. Yeah, Bat in the Sun, I think, and it they basically make real life Mugen fights in a way.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, when I first saw this, I was like, oh man, I got to share this with everybody. So I put it on the page. I shared it with you, Doug. I shared it with everybody. So this clip that I'm talking about is it's called the fight was the White Ranger versus Scorpion. So yeah, if you haven't seen what was it called? There's a title for this type of show, but I'm forgetting now. But if you haven't seen like this fight, I think you should because the first thing they do is they do like a tail to tape. So they measured up like what Scorpion's strongest points, and like they describe who he is and the history of him, and then they described the White Ranger. Actually, Tommy was on that episode of this match, and
Nice.
he was describing like the powers of the White Ranger and how he would be able to defeat Scorpion. So I guess is based on votes who would win. So if you have a favorite character that's going to be matching up, you definitely would want to vote for them. But
Mm.
then after all the votes are tallied, they would show the match. So it's like fight choreography of martial arts with real life people, and then the end result of the votes, then they show like who would win in the fight. So I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, I think you should really watch it because I think personally I was rooting for one person, not rooting. I was rooting. No. I wanted this person to win. I was expecting the other person to win, but I'm not
Mm.
spoiling it already. Never mind. I don't know where I was going with that. But I just watch the fight, and I'm gonna post that fight on the description anyway. So yeah, be sure to watch it. So yeah, I mean, for you, Doug, I think it's something you'd want to watch because it's Tommy's on that clip on that fight.
Nice.
So it's him talking and everything. So yeah, okay. Let's see. On to comics. Yeah, comics. So let's see. Okay. So Marvel again. Marvel is teasing their next event, next summer event actually, because next summer event for next year I think. So the next event is going to be called. Well, I'm not sure if this is the exact title, but it's called Oatu's Demise.
Ah.
So they're probably there was if you don't know who Uatu is, it's the Watcher, you know. So
Mm.
I guess they teased this like they said in the article it said they teased this somewhere, but I know couple years ago there was a comic Marvel comic called Point One, one of their Point Ones, where it has like all the different like characters that's gonna have like their own ongoing book. But there was a story where oh, was that the dog, Princeton?
Was that?
Was that a dog, Princeton? I heard like a loud. I thought that was a bark, but
If you did, I didn't hear it yet. But if I do hear it, you see this cup of water right here?
you want to throw water at the dog.
You best believe I'm about to throw that water at that dog.
Okay.
You know, my wife nerves, my mama nerves, everybody
Oh
nerves.
no. Okay.
My chihuahua keep waking up, waking everybody up, giving us a heart attack.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let me go on. So there was a story saying that they were infiltrating, I guess, like Owatu's like home, I guess, and in this period of time, he was in like a slumber, like a little bit of a coma. So these two people were like extracting I guess memories from what the Watcher watched, basically. So that it showed like the debut of like Scarlet Spider, not Scarlet Spider. Uh, what's I guess it's Scarlet Spider. What's Kane? What was Kane's
Kane,
title?
Kane is the Scarlet Spider now.
Is that the title though? Is that the name of the title?
Right now, yeah, that's his title that he's in right
Okay,
now.
so Scarlet, yeah.
Yeah.
So Scarlet Spider. Um, what was the new Nova? Um, there was others. There was other characters, but the main one was like Age of Ultron. So
Mm.
the people that was infiltrating the Watchers like home, they freaked out, but they extracted the memories. So they were saying like, yeah, this will finally have a chance to kill the Watcher because I for some reason I for some reason he's a big deal that they would want to kill him. Um, I know that in events in Marvel comics, like whenever like bad stuff is happening, he's always there to watch it.
Yeah.
You know? So, but he's not the harbor. He's not like the bringer of the bad event. Like, if it comes, he's gonna be there. But I think they're assuming that if he's there, he's the reason that they brought it to Earth or whatever. So, I mean, we don't know how this event's gonna turn out, and it's gonna be next summer. So we'll see. The comics, all the comics right now are probably gonna bring like lead up to this event. So yeah, I mean that's pretty interesting because Watcher doesn't really do stuff in comics, and this is like really like having him participate in an event. So yeah. Okay, and then go ahead.
Oh, so one thing I want to share real quick, I just found this. Do you guys want to see what a possible design for the Ben Affleck Batman might look like in Man of Steel?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let me show you guys what this looks like. This is pretty interesting. Screen share. Here we go. All right. So he's got some stubble.
Yeah, that looks freaky actually.
Yeah. I don't know. Like it. I mean, like it looks like super leathery. I mean, it doesn't look like like body armor or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially like the symbol of the bat. It's like that's like armor-ish, but then like underneath it is like I guess like the leather and all that stuff. Yeah, it looks interesting.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That model of Batman. Look, I don't know about that smile though.
Yeah. I don't know. That looks a little odd. I don't like his like smile either.
That was like Joker-ish smile.
Yeah. Well, this guy apparently that designed Heath Ledger's Joker outfit.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, but it has the underwear on the outside. Dang it.
Yes, it does. I guess it's going back to the roots, kind of.
I guess so. Go ahead, Princeton. What were you gonna say?
Hey, it looked like Batman went straight dominatrix.
He did. He just doesn't have the ball gag.
I do wonder why he has those like two little rings like near like his like.
Out of his pouches.
Yeah. I mean, what is he going to use that for? I mean, like.
I really do not know. Yeah, I really don't know. But yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. What's next? Okay. So Marvel has more one-word teasers, and after New York Comic Con, you thought that they were gonna end, but no, they are still bringing them out. But instead of like being new books, I think they're more so of like the next storyline in their like respective comic. So is that oh, there goes Pepe. But yeah, let's see. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the next storyline in their comics. So actually one of the new comics, there's actually some new comics showing Miss Marvel. So there's going to be a new Miss Marvel.
That's right.
So this thing is interesting because it's going to be like a teenager kid with powers of like shape-shifting.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So, and they kind of made it controversial because they made this character have a background of being a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
and like being in America. But I guess that's like a sensitive topic. You know.
Yeah, yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. So go ahead,
No.
Doug.
Oh yeah, because like there was like a lot of I was just reading on Facebook today. There was like an article. I think it was Conan O'Brien that did that really kind of tweet. Like I think like people were just getting really offended about it, about like
Yeah.
the new Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like with Miss Marvel, a little bit background. Yeah. Uh, Muslim kid is a female. Uh, I guess not born in New Jersey, but they reside in New Jersey. She's a super fan of like the former Miss Marvel that's now Captain Marvel.
Hmm.
So that's why I guess she's taken up the Miss Marvel mantle. And actually, let me see. Let me try to put this picture up. Um, that there. So if you can see that, can you see this,
Not
Doug?
yet.
Oh, now we can. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the picture of the new Miss Marvel. Yeah. So as you can see, she's able to shapeshift. I guess her body parts, because you see that fist is huge.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, we don't know if she gets her powers out of nowhere, or is this if this is going to tie into uh was it Inhumanity, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's pretty interesting. Is that a? I'm not sure if that's like a porcupine with like Hulk hands.
It looks like it.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so let's see. All right, let me put that away. Uh, cancel. Okay, so okay. So yeah, I mean, I guess yeah, we're gonna have a new Miss Marvel, and it's gonna be more racially diverse in a way with this
Hmm.
character. Um, so the next teaser was X Force. So I think Uncanny X Force and Cable and X Force is gonna not cancel, but they're gonna end their run
Oh,
um, with the crossover that they're gonna have called Vendetta. So as soon as Vendetta is done, then the new series of new X Force series is gonna take over.
interesting.
So they're going to basically merge the two X Force teams. Um, but yeah, I mean, Doug, have you or are you reading? Not reading. Well, are you reading any of the X Force books?
Not really. I mean, like, I do know, like, I like some knowledge about like the different X teams,
Hmm.
but like, I don't really follow up with them. Like, I'm more of just like the Avengers or like, uh, Avengers or like Spider-Man or Cad fan that just like follows like those specific ones usually.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I
but
see.
sadly, not too much about X-Force because there's just so many different teams. It's really hard to keep up with all the.
No, no, exactly that. So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, yeah. So here's another. I'm gonna share another picture here. So if you can see that, so that's like another picture of the all new Marvel now. So
Nice.
you can see Cable there. I
Phantom
think,
X.
yeah, Phantom X is right there. So you can see Cable there. He's back to he had a claw prosthetic,
Yeah.
but he's back to the metal arm, as you can
Interesting.
see.
Yeah.
And he's looking. People reference like, oh man, he looks so much like Snake. So
Solid Snake.
yeah, because because the reason of this team, they're going back to like not special ops, but like the Black
Black
Ops
Ops. Yeah.
type of teams,
Is that X-23 in the left or is that Psylocke? I can't tell.
So lower left is Psylocke
Okay, it's
from
Psylocke.
the
Okay.
Uncanny team,
Yeah.
and then the back right there is a character named Morrow.
Marrow.
Marrow, that's it, yeah,
Yeah,
Marrow.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I believe she lost her powers after House of M, I think.
Okay.
And then yeah, her powers is like bones and stuff.
Bones. Yeah, she can grow bones like
Yeah,
fragments and stuff like that because she has a lot of marrow. I
yeah,
guess. Yeah.
exactly. So yeah,
Yeah.
um, so yeah, as you can see there, and then yeah, I mean, so they're trying to um, no, yeah, it's a Black Ops team. Everybody's look militaristic wise,
Hmm.
and yeah, we don't know how it's gonna tie in terms of like protecting the mutant race with
Mhm.
like military stuff. But we'll see. I think there's more characters that's going to be on that team rather than the 3 or 4 that you see there in that
Right.
picture.
Trying to
So
remember, they're pretty much like the Black Ops of like the X-Men, I think, right?
yeah, pretty much,
Yeah.
and they've always been like that ever since X Force came out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wolverine, like Deadpool. Was Deadpool in them at one point?
he was in that cast. He wasn't exactly on the team, but he was with that cast. So
Okay.
yeah, okay, all right. So let's go ahead and move on to the topic of the week. Okay, so we were mentioning that Marvel is doing a lot of things now. So like in terms of like their movies, the TV plans that they have, and like yeah, they're like spreading around from like different like TV and like they still have comics and stuff. So with like Marvel, like for example, me and Doug watched Thor: Dark World,
Hmm.
and without spoiling anything, what do you think of the movie?
It was
Like,
good. I mean, I liked it better than the first Thor actually, because first Thor I didn't like as much because I felt it was a little bit slow, and I also thought it was I thought it was a little bit kind of like hard to see a lot of the action because it was really dark,
hmm
like just like viewing what, but like visually, it's hard to see anything. But this one was I think it was good. It was real to me. It was really good. I mean, like Tom Hiddleston did a great job as Loki. He like it like defines like Loki right now. He's like how to say, he just like he embraces the role fully. He just like he just goes to town with it. He just has a lot of fun with it. And you see that in his acting.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
I just seen like the first Thor like the week before this one came out.
yeah,
So yeah, I basically agree because when I watched the first one, Chris Hemsworth did his thing. He plays a good Thor, like
yeah,
out of anybody that I can think of out there right now.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, was it Tom Middleston? You said
Tom
was his name?
Hiddleston. Yeah,
Hiddleston. I'm sorry,
Hiddleston. Yeah,
Tom Hiddleston. Yeah, he made me like Loki
yeah, yeah.
basically because uh, because he in the first movie he stood out in the first movie. I think
Right.
personally for me. So like when all the stuff was happening in the first Thor, I was like, man, where's Loki? Because I like the cunning of him, like
Mhm.
how he kind of like manipulated in a way, like his actions and how he wanted, this to happen or what.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Thor, like Thor: Dark World, you got more of that. You have them, uh, well, it was kind of in the trailer. You had them teaming up, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, I would say, and I'm not much of a Thor fan in terms of the comics.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I like the movie stuff. So it was pretty fun to watch. And
Mhm.
with Thor 2, basically, I like the comedic timing. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. There's a lot of humor. There's a lot of humor in this one. It's just like super funny like moments just occur in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with Loki. I love this one part. I won't spoil it, but like this is one part where he just shapeshifts into something amazing.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. I wasn't expecting that. I was wondering if they were gonna like any of them were gonna appear, but I was thinking of like which one who would it be?
Yeah, yeah. That made me happy. I was just like ecstatic. I was just
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, with Thor, it's 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 a good Marvel movie. I mean, don't expect like I wouldn't say don't expect like Oscar, like I guess Star Wars,
Mhm.
like deep, like not intention, but like
Mhm.
not to be like deeply connected to these characters because in a way they're still being fleshed out, but
Mhm.
it's fun. I think Thor, both movies they're fun. You know,
Mhm.
so I mean that's what I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
and then they with Marvel movies they always hint about like the next thing and
Mhm.
like oh my goodness, I was
Yeah.
I was with my wife watching this. I didn't like flip out, but I was like
Mhm.
inside I was like yee, I was kind of giddy. So
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
look, were you gonna say
I was
anything?
gonna say like yeah. I mean, I think the next. I mean, obviously, Captain America is the next one
Hmm.
because that's coming out in April. But I think it's also like hinting at we're gonna. I think we're getting. That means we're getting Guardians of the Galaxy very soon too.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna be connected to that. because we saw Thanos in the after the event in the Avengers like
Yes.
end credits, and there's a long game for this,
Hmm.
long game plan for this. So other movies are gonna come out, and somehow they're gonna connect like like these different views and settings to
Hmm.
maybe it's going to connect all to Thanos, but we'll see because we still don't know how like Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be connected to it.
Hmm.
We don't know how say like if Ant-Man's going to be connected to this,
Yeah.
or like uh, there is a Doctor Strange movie that's they're going to try to get going.
Hmm.
um, let's see, there was other stuff. I think they greenlit a X Force movie. Um,
Wow.
let's see, there's other stuff. So that, like Marvel has like a bunch of characters that they can use to connect these dots and make it all like a continuity like world,
Yeah.
which is the cool thing about Marvel. You know. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then like I said, their TV plans. There's. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Doug. Were you gonna say anything about
No,
that
I mean, like I was gonna
in
say,
terms of
yeah,
the movie
yeah,
stuff?
yeah. I mean, like I like how like Marvel's like being able to like kind of just like really connect all of their movies together.
Yeah.
I mean, like it really is like it really does feel like a comic book. I mean, you'll get stuff like Batman or like Superman and stuff like that. I mean, like, until now, they didn't have like that sense of continuity.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is like what Marvel's been like able to accomplish. They've been doing a great job with that.
Yeah. Exactly. So
Yeah.
yeah. So like I said, they're spreading to TV, and like they have all the characters they can bring out to do any kind of TV things.
Hmm.
Like you said, like we just mentioned earlier about Netflix with Luke Cage, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist. Having street level heroes being those TV shows. It doesn't have to
Hmm.
be like big budget type of like movie type shows or anything.
Yeah.
Um, And I know there was. Oh, no, never mind. As we move on to the next part of this topic, so like for some reason now, in terms of Marvel Comics, characters are being more racially diverse.
Hmm.
Um, so with Marvel, they had this long history of not being really diverse. So like there was some characters that would have like it was kind of funny because there was a video I watched. It was like somebody was saying, "Have you ever noticed that a lot of the Marvel characters have like a black sidekick?" I was thinking like that is kind of true actually. It's like
Well, I mean,
why are they a sidekick?
some of the right sections. I mean, like Black Panther by himself is a badass.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Or like, well, I mean, War Machine eventually came in his own. I mean, like, he was. I guess he was technically. Well, he was in the comics. He was Iron Man himself for a while,
Yeah.
and then War Machine, and then now he's the Iron Patriot in the comics, which is kind of lame, but
Yeah.
whatever. Um, who else? I mean, like, I'm sure there's like few more. I mean, Luke Cage wasn't a sidekick really by himself.
Yeah.
He was
I
kind of
mean,
his own hero.
yeah. No, you're right, Doug. But I was thinking like I guess like the big heroes in a way they would kind of have like it would kind of have make them sidekicks at first.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but as time progresses, it took like a good while for have like actually like other racial like heroes.
Hmm.
So like you said, now like black superheroes are like they're being more prominent now. Like with Miles Morales being a black Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe
Yeah, I
and
like
being the,
him.
the, the only Spider-Man in that world. So
Hmm.
that's a pretty big deal, because killing off Peter Parker, everybody was extremely mad about that.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
well, it's interesting. Like, was there? What do you think everyone was mad with? Like in the mainstream universe when like Octavius became Spider-Man?
oh, of course everybody was upset. Everybody is still upset about Doc Ock being like the
Yeah,
the main Spider-Man, but
yeah.
Dan Slott just gave him great like good stories or fun stories, and was like, dude, just calm
Hmm.
down. And we know because it's the comics. They'll eventually come back in some form or fashion.
Right, right.
So they won't be gone for good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, so like with like Miss Marvel being like a Muslim teenager, um, there are like superhero characters They're I guess they're trying to be more open, like in terms of like their sexuality too.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
like, oh, go ahead.
yeah. I mean, like we've had a few like gay X-Men here and there too, and Hulkling was gay, I think too.
Yeah, I mean they're just starting out to be like either gay or bisexual or whatever,
Hmm.
and I in some form, like in some way they're trying to use that as like kind of like shock value
Yeah.
in a way, but you kind of have to balance that, I guess. You know.
Right.
So I don't know, like Princeton, like I know you said you had an issue with before with Green Lantern, saying like yeah he's supposed to be black with John Stewart, but uh, what do you think with all these superheroes like coming out, and do you feel like it's being more like I would say like white majority at this point, like with the movies and maybe anything you see in comics, it like you just happen to see.
Well, for a long time, there's been a majority of Caucasian people,
Yeah,
Hmm.
but can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
yeah, you're fine.
You're good.
Okay. There's been a majority of Caucasian people that's been doing these action figures and everything like that, but now, like I do see, there's a lot of diversity. I mean, a lot of people had a problem. Nothing against Dude. Dude's a good actor, but I mean, you stepping up to play the role as um, the Green Lantern,
Hmm.
knowing that the Green Lantern originally was black,
Hmm.
that was causing a problem um, in the black community. That's why a lot of people did not support that movie.
Hmm. Yeah.
They're trying to make a part two. But, man, they're not going to really support that movie because, man, it is what it is, man. Keep everything original.
Yeah.
But I just think that they have an Indian
Hmm.
superhero, an Asian superhero. I hope they have more other races, man.
Yeah.
Get up
Yeah.
in there, man.
Yeah.
But it's up to Marvel, man, and
Hmm.
comics to do what they do. And Stan Lee, you know,
Stand the
that's
man.
the name just must be Stan Lee.
Yeah. So yeah. I definitely agree with you, Princeton. I just wish they didn't like do it like for so late, because yeah, I mean, there's other races out there. Just why not? I know because I know some of the writers are like they're Asian, they're Latino, they're everything else, but it doesn't have to be just like one race. But with like the Green Lantern, like you were mentioning, Princeton. Uh, so there's a black Green Lantern. So they
The
need to
original.
like yeah. There's four of them actually because I remember John Stewart, uh, I guess like had a fight with Hal Jordan at first, you know,
Oh wow.
and then he became the Green Lantern. Same thing with like Guy Gardner and stuff. So there are different Green Lanterns. There's not just one Green Lantern. So like maybe in the next movie you can show all these other Green Lanterns, the human ones, because yeah, the Green Lantern Corps they're cops in space. So yeah, I
Okay.
mean, for the next movie, show the rest of the other Green Lanterns, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I
Right.
mean, yeah, yeah, just there needs to be more race diversity because um, America is basically racial diversity, melting pot, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's basically it. I mean, Doug, anything you want to add to that or anything?
Um. Hmm. Okay, well, I really do like the diversity that they are trying to implement because they obviously the writers are understand like the world is changing and the United States is made up of like a bunch of different people,
Yeah.
like people, or I don't know how to say it, like different ethnicities.
Hmm.
I think also like sometimes that can also like depending on the character's lifespan though that can have like a negative backlash too because I remember I remember with was it? I'm trying to remember if it was DC or Marvel. I think it was DC. Like they had an ad. You know who the Atom is?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Atom is like basically like like the basically the DC version of Ant-Man. I don't remember who
Yeah,
came.
that's right.
Yeah, I don't remember who came first. But anyways, there was an Atom named Ryan. I think his name was Ryan Choi. So
Yeah.
I think he was actually Korean. So
Yeah.
he was like one of the I mean there's not very many Asian American superheroes that I see either. So
Hmm.
it's really interesting when you see that. However, like he died like super early. Like so it's like, oh, that's kind of sad. You have like one Asian guy in the whole like Justice League, and all of a sudden, oh, not no, I'm sorry, not counting the whatever though. There was that samurai guy from Super Friends back in the day, but that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
He was this weird whirlwind thingy.
Like
But
stereotype.
yeah, yeah. That was a little odd. But what was it like? Yeah, it was sad that they killed him. Also, like he had like some promise. Like I mean,
Mhm.
he was there for like maybe like a few issues, and like oh, he's dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. All right. So we're pretty much done with topic of the week. Um, Doug, what do you want to do? You want to head out, or you okay to stay after you finish this?
I think I shall head out for now.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
that's good. That's fine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay. So Doug, thank you for being on the show. We appreciate it. And then yeah, we'll see you next time.
All right. Sounds good, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good night,
Have a good night, man.
have a good
There
night,
you
my
go.
brother. Peace.
Night, guys.